How could I have ended up with this person, his girlfriend? I rushed into this marriage. Don't drive us into the bush. This one you're looking at a girl's bomb. Very impromptu video. It's just something that I promise that I will be doing more often this year. So let's go. I want to discuss something with you guys. I get all this kind of DMs. Oh, your husband is perfect. You're such a lucky person. I wish my husband was half as perfect as yours. So first of all, let me say this here and now, that there is no perfect human being. No husband is perfect. No wife is perfect. These type of comments made me realize that some people actually think that there is a better relationship out there. There is a better human being out there more than their spouse. So this brings me to the reason why I decided to share some of my life experiences in marriage with you. When we got married newly, we experienced a lot of challenges in our marriage. But I'm one person that no matter how difficult things get, no matter the challenges we face, I struggle to tell anybody, not even my sister, not even my parents. The first 5 years of our marriage, there were so many turbulence, so many had I known, so many who the fuck did I marry? What's going on? How could I have ended up with this person? Also the feeling of there could be someone better out there. Maybe I've rushed into this marriage. Maybe people are right. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe this. I think from my experience, it all stems from trying to, this person's true character trying to come up. Not true character because it wasn't hidden, but even with your siblings, you guys have problems. You guys face issues. Even identical twins have issues. Not to talk of someone that is not even blood related to you, someone that never grew up with you, someone that you're just trying to know. You're still struggling to know the person. The person is also trying to know you as a person. While this is happening, you guys are clashing one way or the other. You guys are disagreeing. This is the reason why marriages crash within the first few years of union. When I got to know my husband, I used to think he was very reserved, like very, very reserved. When you see him from afar, you think that's his personality. Until we got married, and every now and then he's introducing me to all these girls that were his patient back then in Nigeria. He'd be like, oh, this person heard about you and she wants to be your friend. And I'll be like, you know me, I'm not that kind of person that easily make friends, so I'm not interested. Because we're living very close to the hospital, then he'll call me on the phone. He'll say, baby, come to the balcony. And then I'll rush to the balcony only for me to realize that he's trying to show me somebody and be like, oh, this person is saying hi, and I'll be like, oh, hi. So those things used to make me mad, because then in my head a lot of things were playing out. I'll be like, at least with his girlfriends that he's trying to, just, I don't know, I don't understand what was going through my head, but that thing was really messing with my head. And I'm like, I don't want to make friends. I don't know how else to explain to him that I'm not interested. There's nothing wrong with these people, but this is just me. I struggle with people, merging me in terms of friendship. I like when the friendship just happens naturally without someone saying, oh, be friends with this person, or someone telling me I want to be friends with you. But at that point, I felt like he wasn't getting it. This was number one scenario, right? Because I'm trying to come to a point. And then sometimes when we're driving in the car, Hobby will see a fine babe. He'll be driving and then he'll be looking like this, looking. I see someone that is driving. Me, I'll be in front too. This thing will be happening. And I'll be like, do you know? Because I used to be very, very protective of the fact that I don't want people, or I didn't want him to know that I was very jealous, or I was jealous, or I didn't like what he was doing. But when I saw that he did it the first time, did it the second time, I said, please don't drive us into the bush. This when you're looking at a girl's bomb. So you're leaving your way, you're driving and you're turning, like you will literally turn to look at, And then when I'm not going to just be like, I'm just admiring, he will acknowledge it and say he's admiring God's creation. And then that thing, he didn't understand how much that thing was. In my head, I'm like, who the fuck did I marry? Did I marry someone who is a womanizer? Like he had a way to cover that part, or like, is this what I'm going to be dealing with all the time? Is it going to be making me jealous? Like I just was struggling. This is something I was struggling. I'm sure my sister cannot even tell this because I never shared it with anybody. I don't even know where that behavior came from, but I realized that it was just, should I say, I don't know. I can't really explain. But all I can say right now is that with time, because I spoke to myself, I had to talk to myself. I said, look, you cannot start showing signs of jealous wife now. You cannot start showing, oh, you're marking him, you're doing this, who is he talking to? Because all those times these girls will be sending him messages and, oh, doc, my back is paining me. You know how Nigeria is now. My back is paining me, doc. Oh, my this is at work times. One day I had to sit him down. I told him, look, I don't find this funny, okay, especially the fact that you'll be driving and you'll be turning. Is it that you can't look without actually making me understand that you're looking at somebody passing or a lady passing? Is it that you cannot look stylishly? That was my question, because I was like, the fact that you have to turn all the way and look just says, it's like you can't even control yourself. You know, he laughed about it and he was like, ah, now what for you? Okay, next time we'll look together. You know, so, but I think he got the message then, because honestly speaking, gradually I realized that those things were dropped. And also because I spoke to myself, I told myself, I'm not going to be that kind of jealous wife that will be marking my husband, that will be, you know, suspecting him at every point, or any call he gets or any message. It was a mental thing that I had to tell myself that this is not who I want to be. If I start it now, for how long? Abby, for how long? Also, the fact that I would not like it if someone does that to me, or if he did that to me. I also want to enjoy freedom in marriage. That was how I was able to talk to myself, to control whatever feeling I was having at that time. So, but the fact that I spoke to him and gradually these things started phasing off. No longer witness him do all those things. Even the act of trying to merge me with some of his with family friends, because you know how Nigeria is, family friends, turn patient, and then there's that friendship and all that. So even him trying to merge me with them, he saw that I wasn't bulging, and then he kind of stopped. So my point is this: the first few years of marriage is usually to discover who you got married to. And you now tell yourself, do I really want this marriage to work, or do I want to let pressure get to me? And also, getting married to someone with an ulterior motive, like you meet someone, you say, oh, because this person has money, or because this person will help me finish up my studies, that's why I want to marry this person. I think that is where we miss it. If you ask me now why I got married to my husband, I cannot tell you what I expected in this marriage. I can't, honestly speaking. I can't say these were my expectations, these were what I wanted out of marriage. But one thing I know I wanted was a peaceful marriage, a God-fearing person, and someone who my personality would align with, my goals in life would align with, okay? I think those things are very important. And generally, someone has a fear of God, because as you stay together in marriage and as the years progress, your goals kind of change. The things you wanted from the onset might change. So imagine that you marry someone whose personality does not align with you, and these changes are coming up. How do you manage that? So you understand what I'm saying? So we might want something when we're getting married to somebody, but what happens when things change? What happens when there is a different goal entirely? What happens when there has to be massive changes, when you have to take massive decisions that will affect your family as a whole? Are you able to come together to talk about it? Are you able to reach an agreement together without clashing? So that's why I feel like when you marry someone, just like all these people that say, oh, I must marry someone that is rich. You marry someone that is rich and the person brings you into the house. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with marrying someone that is rich. It's very important. In fact, money is very, very important, okay? If you meet someone that is rich, your personalities align, your goals align, okay? You know that, oh, it will work out between you and this person no matter what happens in future. You can have meaningful conversations. You can plan together, because it's very important for couples to plan together. Plan a lot of things together, because one person doing one thing and the other person is doing another thing, it never ends well. So if you meet someone that is rich and these things can be carried along with that richness, and the person has your interest at heart, then trust me, you're good to go. The richness itself is icing on the cake, okay? But if you just focus on the money and then you get into that marriage and you realize that, oh, this person is not who I thought he was. The person, at some point, when you get used to the money and the person is giving you the money, like the person is flogging the money on you, at some point you'll be like, I don't want the money, I just want my peace of mind. That money will not solve your problem at that time. you're still collecting the money, but you're living a very miserable life. So that's why I think that sometimes we as women, this is specifically for women, we as women, we need to know what we want in life. Even if we don't know what we want, stick to the basic things of life and forget all these other extra. Together, two of you as a couple, with good planning and good set goals and everything, I believe that other things will be added onto the marriage. That's my strongest belief. Remember when we also got married newly, then I used to see some of my friends flaunting their, oh, my husband bought me this car, oh, my husband did this, we went to this for honeymoon, we went to that for honeymoon. Meanwhile, me self, honeymoon and no see. I can't, if you ask me when we did our honeymoon, I can't even tell you. But the question is, now, can we afford to go anywhere to go and relive that honeymoon that we did not enjoy? Yes, we can. Well, not everywhere, because some places will still be expensive for us, but you understand, eventually we'll still be able to afford those very expensive places. But what I'm trying to say is, choose the most important things for you at that time. Do not focus on the other things that can be added onto you. Choose the basic things when you want to choose a life partner. My husband is far from being perfect. I am far from being perfect. If we clash here, they clash. Even my parents, they clash up till today, but nobody will know that they clash. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I say marry someone that their personalities align with you, in the sense that if you know that you're not supposed to take your problems to the public, the person also agrees that you're not supposed to take your problems to the public, to top party and all those things. So that way you people manage your issues. But if one person doesn't even care, every small thing, person posts on Instagram, oh, my husband did this, so my husband said this to me, and you don't like that. Before you know it, the marriage will crash, because at some point you don't even, like, you can't keep up. You can't keep up. Do you get what I'm saying? So trust me, there's nothing wrong with your marriage. What I think is wrong with your marriage is you comparing your marriage to another person's own. That person you're comparing your marriage with doesn't have a perfect marriage. Trust me. The person is only trying to make it work with their partner. What you see is two adults trying to make it work, trying to do things that work for them. The way it works for me might not be the way it works for you. I have a friend that her husband can make her breakfast in bed. Me, I've come to terms that my husband, but my husband will not make you breakfast in bed. Except he's in the mood to make breakfast that day and maybe you're sleeping. He will now say, oh, okay, let me even make it. I'll make for her, and then he will bring to you. But you know that special, oh no, let me treat my wife. No, he will not do it for you. And gone are the days when I used to wish, oh, my husband will make it. No, there's no point doing that. He is who he is. Me too. He knows I'm not a PDA person. My husband can be. Initially, when I got married to my husband, even up till even now, sometimes in presence of friends, he want to kiss me, I'll be like, baby, please stop, because I'm not a PDA person. I can praise you, I can say everything, but you see that physical PDA thing is not me. So he at some point had to meet me halfway. That's what I'm trying to say. So it is just two adults trying to make things work. If you ask my husband, he will be wishing, he will tell you, oh, I wish my wife could do this, I wish my wife could do that. But he has come to terms that my wife is not that person. He's making do with what his wife can do for him. So he's happy with it. Me too. I'm making do with what my husband can do for me, and I'm happy with it. Okay? So my husband is someone that your birthday will be coming up. He will not remember to buy you birthday gifts. Now, the trick I use is, because I know that I always celebrate his birthday, I always get him gifts on his birthday. Well, the trick I use, will not be alive and watch people soap water in my eyes. I like such things. I like, oh, on my birthday, just buy me this, buy me, or just treat me, spoil me one way or the other. It doesn't have to be so expensive. So because I like it, and I have children now that I'm bringing up in that aspect, in that manner, especially my boys, I don't want them to be like their dad. I want them to be able to show whoever they will be with, or they will end up with in future. When it's getting towards my birthday, I'll just be like, Mona, what are you planning for my birthday? And you'll be like, don't worry, leave it to me. Because they know that I like surprises. So you'll be like, don't worry, leave it to me. The next thing you go and plan with his dad, and then they'll surprise me. So I get what I want one way or the other. I don't, even in my head, I know that if you leave my husband, he will not even, he will not remember your birthday. The only thing I know my husband never forgets is our anniversary. For some reason, he never forgets our anniversary. In fact, me self, I forget our anniversary. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So I will not come and hold him and say, oh, you forgot my. I can just be like, hey, you forgot my. But inside my heart, I'm not angry, because I know the person I married. But him, he knows also that I'm someone that I don't really remember our anniversary. He's the one that will be like, oh, baby, happy anniversary. Come and hug me or kiss me or whatever. Because he holds that one. I've seen that he can forget his own birthday self. but you see that anniversary, he will not forget. So it's not a flaw that I forget, I don't remember our anniversary, and it's not a flaw that he might still forget about. It's just how we have been, you know. So it's more about trying to be very intentional with your union. Do you understand? And that's how we're making it work. So it's not like it's so perfect. It's not so perfect, my dear. It's not so rosy. There's no place. There was even a time I used to think that, oh, you can get someone who is more, no, forget. Even these people you see that are very, very romantic. I'm not saying there's no perfect, like very overall perfect relationship. There could be someone who is enjoying it. But what I'm trying to say is that even those people that we used to see that are so romantic, so, oh my God, God when. Trust me, there is also something lacking or something, you know, they're trying to balance out. I don't know, you understand what I'm saying? Like there's something both of them are trying to, make it work, or one word or the other. Something is lacking somewhere, and they are trying to make it work. So we're only focused on all the romantic gestures. What about the actual, you know, relationship amongst both of them? So yeah, it's not better anyway. So hold on to the one you have. That's my message to you. Stop asking who the fuck did you marry. Stop it. Stop asking who the fuck did you marry. Except maybe your husband was imposed on you and he's not treating you well and he's violent. You see, those are the things I would say run. But you see, every other thing that you feel, oh, he's lacking, he's not this, he's not this, he's not that, as long as he cares for you, he's sensitive to your problems, he wants the best for you. You know when someone wants the best for you. He's happy to see you grow. He's happy to see you explore things that make you happy. You know, just those little things, my dear. Hold on to that person. No green making. Don't lose that person. Do you understand? So it's not rosy anyway. That's all I wanted. This is just an impromptu video, but I'm very happy that I was able to sit down and talk to you guys with my new camera. Of course, let me know how you think or what you think about the sharpness of this camera. This is a camera without any setup completely. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. I don't know what the title is going to be, but whatever it is, please manage it like that, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu video. Let me know what you want me to talk about again in this type of sit down video. I hope to bring this type of chit chat to you as often as possible. See, I just hope that this video has made sense, because I don't even know what I've just sat down here to talk about, but I just felt the need to, because I keep getting this kind of DMs. Even this morning I got a DM like that. But all the same, yeah, I'm very happy that I was able to sit and talk and spend some free 30 minutes out of work because this thing was just getting in my head. Yeah, so don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay fabulous. Bye.
I've been hanging on, counting days, thinking it was me all along. Had a million conversations in my head about where it went wrong. And I've got no idea where you've been, who you are, not anymore.